Hello Smite fans, and welcome to the Smite targeting and casting tutorial. In this video, we'll be going over the different options for your in-game targeter as well as the casting options for your abilities. Your in-game targeter options can be found by hitting the cog on the top left corner or the escape key, going to options and clicking the targeting tab. This is where you can find your casting options for your abilities as well. The targeter is a static overlay in front of your character which guides your aim and abilities and auto attacks. There are 4 different ways you can change your targeter into different combinations to better suit your playstyle: the distance line, the ground targeter, the reticule, and the highlight option. The distance line has 3 options: none, ruler, and line. The line option is a simple blue line in front of you which shows the distance of your auto attacks. The line's distance will change depending on the character being melee or ranged. The ruler is similar to the line, with a blue line out in front of you with 3 marks showing the distance through in-game units. The ground targeter shows where your point of view is focused and where abilities are going to be placed. It has 4 options: none, standard, high contrast, and arrow. The standard target is a circle with a cross in the center. The circle will fade when you move the targeter into an obstruction. The high contrast option is similar to the standard, except has a brighter white inside the circle. The final option, arrow, looks similar to high contrast, only with an arrow on top of the circle. The reticule, which can either be a circle or X, shows where your auto attacks are being aimed. Unlike the distance line and the ground targeter, the reticule will always be on your overlay and not obstructed by enemies or objects. There are 5 options when choosing your highlight: none, highlight, highlight and mark, and 2 different highlight and brackets. Your highlight shows which enemy you are aiming at with your auto attacks and abilities. The highlight will only appear if you are within range and aimed towards the enemy. A quick reminder that there is no specific targeter settings which gives any player an advantage. It's up to the user's preference on what they think best suits them. Before we get into casting options, please note, changes on your cast mode can dramatically affect your playstyle, so it's a good idea to practice with the different modes in a practice game before you get into a real game. There are 3 different cast modes: normal, quick cast, and instant casting. Normal mode, the preferred mode for newer players, will queue up your abilities and show its general aim and radius with an opaque overlay. The ability will fire after left-clicking with your mouse, or you can cancel a queue by right-clicking. Even with normal casting, some abilities are automatically casted after hitting the key, such as a Thanatos ult or Thor's ult. Quick cast will queue up the ability after hitting its respective key, and fire once you release the key. You can still cancel the ability by right-clicking before you let go of the key. Instant casting will fire the ability as soon as you hit the key, with no option to cancel it. That's it for the targeting and casting tutorial for Smite. For all your Smite updates, follow us on Twitter @SmiteGame.